how's it going, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the New York Comic Con exclusive Mace Windu and Darth Sidious from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. So as you all know, this set went up for Pulse Premium members only first, weeks before it was supposed to go up for non-premium members, but it stayed in stock the whole time. So I was thinking, this will be easy to get. But the day before it was to go up for non-premium members, I saw a post from Yakface stating that the quantity available for this set was only 573. That is not many, and I had work the next day. I didn't want to miss this set, so I actually joined Pulse Premium the night before and got my order in. And then the day that it went up for non-premium members, it went up earlier than expected and sold out super quick. So for those that missed this set, I truly feel bad for you. That just should not happen. But to have to join a membership to ensure availability of a product, that shouldn't be a thing either. But here we are. And of course it comes in this box, Star Wars The Black Series here. On the front, if the light catches it just right, you can see Palps shooting lightning at Mace, and he's deflecting it with his lightsaber. Pretty cool picture. It's just a little hard to see. Here we have Star Wars Revenge of the Sith and Mace Windu and Darth Sidious. That's what this side of the box looks like. Got some lightning bleeding over. Star Wars The Black Series logo again. And on this side, you got nothing except their names. On the top, you got the Black Series logo once again. And on the bottom, barcode, tiny print, and some logos. And there's the back of the box. You got the Black Series logo again. You have bio in various languages. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. You do have a little bit of lightning bleeding over there. And then some more small print down there. And this bio says, when Palpatine was revealed as the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, Mace knew the future of the Jedi Order was in grave danger. He sought to arrest the Supreme Chancellor and was met with fateful resistance. And as far as getting in this thing, so it's taped here, here, and here. And I've cut the tape already. So once you cut the tape, you can slide this bottom part off. And then you can open up the box like this. And this does look good. You got some nice artwork there of Palps' office. Very nice. And through the window, let me see if I can do this without reflecting. Golly, this is terrible. There, you can see Palps and Mace Windu. They each come with an alternate head, and you can see the lightning hands for Palps, and their lightsabers are actually on either side, behind here and behind here. I actually opened this just to make sure that the lightsabers were in there, but that's how it's packaged. So I'm going to get these two fellas and all the accessories out of this box, and let's take a look at them. And here's Mace Windu and Darth Sidious out of the box, and they look okay. I mean, this is how they are right out of the box. And there's really nothing special about either one of these figures, with the exception of Palpatine's head sculpt. I think they did a wonderful job on that, and I think the alt head for Palpatine looks really good. But this cloth robe for Palps, I think, looks absolutely silly. Zero detail, and of course the body that they used is just like on the other Sidious, which is the Luke body from the Luke and Grogu 2-pack from the Book of Boba Fett. It works, and it's covered, so, it's fine. But the Mace, we've seen Mace before. It's the same figure. Now, the robe is different. They stitched the hood down, which is great. We don't have to deal with this, some goofy hood. But this head sculpt right here is just really odd. Fortunately, we have the normal Mace head, which looks fine. I don't know if I'm going to switch them out or not. I may leave this one on just to have a little variety on the shelf, but this head sculpt is really, really weird. But since we've kind of seen this Mace before, let's take a look at him first. And here's a good look at Mace Windu, and this head sculpt is just bizarre. The eyes are a little wonky. The teeth, I just don't think they did a good job on the teeth at all. They just look really strange. Again, I may leave this on here just to mix it up on the shelf a little bit. Instead of having 4 Mace Windus on the shelf with this head sculpt, I may leave this one on, but it's really weird. And of course, from the neck down, it is the same Mace Windu figure that we've seen before. Pretty good detail. The sleeves on this robe are a little long, I think. But overall, the robe does sit pretty well. And again, the hood is stitched down, which is fantastic. I do love that. But back to his outfit, good detail on the belt. The paint's very clean. Tunic, pants, and boots. I mean, it's the same. We've seen it before. But again, I think they could have done a little bit better job on this head sculpt. But just for fun. And let's pop this one on real quick. Okay, that's what that looks like. We've seen it before. It does look really good. But again, just to mix it up on the shelf, I think I am going to put this one back on. Just for some variety. Even though I'm not a big fan of it, it's something different. And of course, being on an older body, the articulation is okay. It's not great. He does have pretty good butterfly joints, but the front of the tunic kind of gets in the way of posing, especially when trying to get the saber in two hands. It just doesn't work that well. And of course, the elbows only get to 90. The wrist, you got a up and down hinge on the right hand, but you don't have a whole lot of range. And then, of course, you have side to side on the left. It's all right. For midsection, some twists, not much crunch. Some back, but it does gap very bad. Some decent tilt. Now, for legs up, the front of the tunic, not the softest thing in the world, but they get up that far. And they do go out a little bit. They don't go back much at all. Thigh cut for swivel, double knees, and of course feet down, feet up just a hair, and some swivel at the ankle. And as far as accessories for Mace Windu, here's his lightsaber, and the black and gold are a little messy in places. Not too impressed with that. But once again, everything that's supposed to be silver is this dull, lifeless, boring gray plastic that they're starting to use on every saber hilt. I'm tired of it, and I know everyone else is tired of it. It just doesn't look good. Now, the blade, I think, is a beautiful shade of purple. I'm digging the blade, but this hilt, it could be so much better. And that's what the lightsaber looks like in his right hand. It goes in there very well, super tight. Again, I hate that these sleeves are so long, but that does not look too bad. And here's Mace in a little bit of an action pose with the feet kind of far apart and the saber behind him. That's not a bad look. And there's the saber in two hands. It does work, but again, the sculpt of the tunic and the range of the elbows and the wrists, you are kind of limited, but that's not terrible. And I think I'm going to stop with the saber poses on Mace because I've reviewed Mace quite a few times before. It's the same figure, and it does look pretty good overall, but I think for the display, this is how I'm going to have him, just a saber in the right hand. I think this looks fine. And for now, I am going to leave this head on there just to mix it up on the shelf. I think this is going to work okay. So let's take a look at Darth Sidious now. And here's a good look at Darth Sidious, or Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, or the Senate. I think the head sculpt's great. I really, really love this head sculpt. The eyes, nose, the mouth, the wrinkles. It looks good from every angle. The skin tone is great. I think they did a great job on the face, and I think the hair looks pretty good. I mean, from the neck up, I think they knocked it out of the park with this, but from the neck down, I'm just not liking this robe at all. The more I play with the figure, I'm like, man, this robe looks absolutely ridiculous. No pattern, no texture of any kind on this robe. It's just very boring. That's what the back looks like. Just all one color. Got some nice wrinkles down here from the package. And of course, the body underneath is Luke's from the Luke and Grogu 2-pack. Okay, come on, camera focus. There's his legs. Okay, we've seen it before. Just like on the other Darth Sidious. And of course, the arms are the same with this little pointy finger. I mean, it gets the job done. It works. And the head sculpt is definitely worth the price of admission. I just wish they had done a better job on the robe. Now, of course, the articulation is going to be just like the other Darth Sidious figure because it's on the same body. But up here at the head, this head is not trapped inside of a hood. And he actually has pretty good range in the head. But for arms, you know, they go up to there. He does have some good butterfly joints. The elbows get past 90, which is nice. Swivel there, swivel at the wrist. You've got up and down hinges on these hands. And then for midsection, at the belt line, some good swivel, some crunch, some very good back, and some pretty good side-to-side tilt. For legs up to there. They go out very far. They don't go back at all. Thigh cut for swivel. And then knees get up past 90. Swivel there, and then feet down all the way. They go up just that much, and there's some swivel at the ankle. So overall, I would say the articulation on Sidious is pretty good. And in this case, you've got a lot more range in the head. And for accessories for Darth Sidious, let's start with his lightsaber. It's just like the other Sidious saber. It's supposed to be silver, shiny silver, very reflective silver. But no, it's this lifeless gray plastic once again. Now, the gold looks pretty good, but it is missing some paint, you know, throughout. But man, this gray, it just looks terrible. And in this case, this blade looks orange. I'm not a fan. I may switch this out for a true red one. Just not liking this blade. But again, this hilt just doesn't look good. But on a positive note, the hilt does go in the hand very well. It's very tight. It's not going anywhere. And that doesn't look bad. And here's an action pose with the feet very far apart. I think this Luke body works very well. He stands up great. And despite this hilt being very short, you can still get 2 hands on it, and you can even do the flying Sidious pose, just like in the promo shots. They had to write down, figure does not fly. Yeah, we know that, but, you can sort of do this. That's fun. And here's just a plain old ready stance with it in 2 hands. So I'm not sure how to pose Sidious for the shelf yet. I haven't decided. I mean, this looks pretty good, just like this. But I do want to take a look at his alt head as well as the lightning hands. So let's do that real quick. All right, let's switch his head out first. That pops off super easy. Now, the other one doesn't pop on very easy. Get on there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks awesome. That is a good-looking head sculpt. Yeah, the eyes look good. The teeth actually look nice on this one. Nose, wrinkles, all this in here. And, of course, the hair looks looks really nice. Yeah, I love this. And I got the lightning hands switched out. These are very tight, and be very careful popping these on and off because the peg is pretty small. But that actually looks pretty good. I like that a lot. And the lightning itself is like a V. Like he's shooting it at Mace, and then Mace is deflecting it back with his saber back at him. And there's actually some little loops here where you can hook it around Mace's saber blade. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So, yeah, let's get him on the floor and have Mace deflecting his lightning back at him. Yeah, this totally works. I don't know that I will do this for the display, but I'm super glad they included these lightning hands because this does look really good. And as you see, I hooked the lightning around Mace's saber blade. Okay, so he's just deflecting it right back at Sidious. Yeah, this is really cool. I think I'm definitely going to display Sidious with the Palpatine head, okay, because I do love this head sculpt a lot. And I've got other plans for this head sculpt. But this does look awesome. So for the display, this is kind of how I want to have them. I mean, I think this is a really good look for Mace, and I think Sidious looks really good with the saber just down by his side. I think this is a very, very nice look for both of them. I just have to see how much room I have on the shelf. But as far as the alt head that came with this Sidious, I like this one a lot. So what I'm going to do, and I think it was Nate from Out of the Basement that I was talking to about this. So this is the other Sidious figure. And Nate told me how to get this off. This was super easy. Just heat it up. It literally peeled right off the back. Okay, this little peg. Now the front, after heating it up, kind of loosened the glue a little bit. I still had to do just a little bit of a slice right here. But it came out nice and clean. It looks fine. And of course, this is the original head that came on this Sidious figure. Never been a big fan of it. This stupid little grin. I don't know. At first, I thought it was okay, but the more I looked at it, I'm like, this face looks kind of silly. This one is much better. So let me pop this head on this body real quick. Get on there. There we go. It's better already. And then this, you can just plop this right back over, and it actually stays put. Wow. What a difference that makes. All right. I think this is where this head sculpt's going to stay. I'm super happy with that. Thanks, Nate. Yeah, what an incredible difference a head swap makes. So back to these guys. This is how I kind of want to have them, but again, I got to see how much room I have on the shelf. So let's go stick these 2 gentlemen on the shelf, and let's see how they look there. And that's how they look on the shelf, and I'm happy. Actually, I think they look pretty good there. And as you see, I did change the poses, okay, to make them like actually dual, because I did want to keep them kind of just in this little area, right? I didn't want them spread out too much. So this is what I went with, and I think it looks okay. And again, the head sculpt on Sidious is just tremendous. I think they did a fantastic job on that. Now, from this angle, this Mace head sculpt isn't too bad. It just looks like he's smiling. Probably because you can't see the teeth all that well. Yeah, that's not too bad there. Now, of course, the head swap on this Sidious turned out great. I am super happy with that one. That's just awesome. But as far as the robes, Sidious's robe just looks dumb. I mean, they could have done so much better. Now, Mace's robe works, and I love the stitched down hood. That's a big plus. The lightning hands are very cool, and of course, the regular Mace head, I think, looks fine. Now, as far as saber hilts, these, I'm not a fan of these. In fact, let's take a look at Mace's sabers on the old figures. Okay, yeah, there's the original Mace Windu. Very shiny, and here's the clones of the Republic Mace. Again, nice, shiny saber hilt. And up here to the 2D Clone Wars, this mace, again, nice, shiny saber hilt. I wish they would go back to that because this right here just looks terrible. Just not a fan. But overall, I am super happy with this set. I'm glad I have it. But just like always, I would love to hear from you all. So comment below and let me know what you think of Mace Windu and Darth Sidious from Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. And I think I'm just going to end the video here, so if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, smack like and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to turn on notifications, I'd certainly appreciate it. And something else that I would love for you to consider, and that is joining the channel. It is the 112th Battalion, it's only 99 cents a month. You'll get sneak peeks to upcoming videos, and custom emojis and loyalty badges, and even some exclusive members-only content. I would definitely appreciate that. But just like always, thank you all so much for watching. See y'all next time.